Hello, 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 and welcome back to a man slowly goes a little bit insane, trying to hold together everything? I don't know. Oh god, look, they deployed destroyers. This sub is not long for this world, in which case we should attack. There's a chance of killing this. I mean, if it got extremely lucky, it could attack this bad boy. Um, Honestly, attacking this makes sense. Though there's a destroyer that will come and kill it. What do we have in here? Again, they can't unite their fleet, so putting our whole fleet into the med kind of makes sense. So if we bring all this to the Canaries, we can bring sub this way just to threaten this stuff. And then take all of these and go here. Because they can't do anything. I could attack this and maybe kill it. I could have sent reinforcements, but since there are destroyers around, we'll go to 33. So now we have a couple subs. We have a small fleet here. We have a large fleet in here. We should be able to decisively win. Well, not decisively win. They could post up here and defend it, and then bring their British around. Oh, they can't. So we can sink basically the Italian fleet, which we should have sunk with the Austrians in the first round, but we missed that opportunity because they missed up, well, oh so many U-boats and the like, but that's fine. Now let's talk about here. What are we looking at in France? Territory. This is like 20-some Frenchmen. Champagne has next to nothing. Picardy has nothing. And then Belgium has the other army. So anything I send into Champagne or the Rhine is going to die. So we could send in... They have 5 guys there, and I really want that to die. But I only have 2 planes. Planes are good because they can retreat afterwards. Is it worth attacking them, though? I mean, we got to stop them from being able to charge through Westphalia and stuff. So, a couple of infantry coming in. Let's see. They have 3 or 2 hits on defense. Oh. This gives us 1, 2, 3. This gives us 3 hits and then a half hit. So this here we have 4 supports. Yeah. That's good. Consider the infantry 2 hits, and then because of the supports that these things give, that's, you know, more hits. So it's 4 hits in the first round, he'll die. I really want to take out Champagne, but I can't. I mean, I can afford the soldiers. Nassau. These are all coming from Nassau, eh? Yeah. Now, all of you guys need to go into Alsace. You guys will go to Württemberg. You guys will go to Nassau. We need to take the Rhine. We will take it. Now, what can we make for gains here? The Russian army has run down to here, but it has so much artillery. I'm not convinced, but if we do this, and then we put this army in there, that's 34 infantry, not to mention, like, the bunches of... That's a lot. It's just a lot. That's what I'm trying to say. Though, all of it can go except the planes, let's say. Was there... Galicia troops, yes. This would be a good time for the Galicia troops to maybe attack somewhere down here. But no, I think we need to keep a death stack together in Belarus and threaten Minsk and all the other stuff. This plane should go here to make that a finished auto hit. East Prussia, West Prussia. I'll send a couple people to Cilicia, I think. Because it's basically the same, just it can attack Galicia. I'm not sure if that's actually ever going to be worth it, but it can unite with a bunch of planes and artillery if it comes to that. I'm liking this 10 and 10 split for now, because I tried to give an early wave to Russia, and this is it. You know, extra troops now aren't going to get there for long enough while we need them here in the west. I could go a little bit more one-sided, but nah. So that's a weird attack. We're just hoping to hit and have it suicide, basically. They can bring more troops into Pomerania, but then we can always hit them back with 10 or more German stormtrooping. So it's not too bad. I wish I did have the trenches, though, along the top. Maybe this is a good example of a time to move back to Holstein. So mostly defensive operations. One major offensive in Belarus. One in here. We're threatening them with our fleet. We do not have enough. They sent planes down. Oh my. Remember that the British can now, with their transports in range, drop multiple. They could drop 6 units in into here. So I'm not convinced we can even send the artillery out. We should drop more. I'd love to counterattack them, but I don't know how. Because this is a good force to try and kill, because it would get the planes out, but we can't really get to it. Here we can only get so many infantry. I think we need to pull back from Rwanda with everything. And then deploy at least 3 more things into here. Ooh. I mean, I'd love to attack them and get like a battle that goes our way. Well, the British could attack us next turn. Oh, they could also bring in a ton of transports to attack Italian East Africa, right? So, if I think this is under threat, really, this is more so. I just want to kill things before they unite. For example, it'd be great to attack these guys. But that's all I've got, eh? I see this is not good enough ratios to be... We should be on defense. Okay. Well, that's something. Then they sunk our fleet up here, apparently. They don't have any destroyers out here. And there's some friggin' juicy transports up here. So we should just chase after them. Again, these sea zones are massive, so like it's easy for something to sneak up on you. But at least there's no American factories on the west coast. Because it's the frickin' 1914, 1918. You know how it is. So, okie dokie. I guess this is it. Done. Warsaw. Done. Whew. We always want 20 of this, which is always half of our economy. Then we probably need something like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more. That's enough for a couple of places. And then 4 trenches? I'd really like to keep buffing up Alsace. Where else do we need trenches? I guess this could give us trenches along the coast. The buying's good for it, so You know, I'm not convinced that it's not better to buy another heavy artillery or something and move it in. But the money just seems to be right. There we go. I mean, the Zeppelins that have range of 5, but they only have an attack of 1, right? So I think the fighters are still better for 9. And maybe I should be using gas. I don't know. It seems expensive for a one-time attack. Lots of movement, though. Let's just do this. It feels kind of right. We killed them. We killed them. I don't know why it auto-did those ones. Rhine. I mean, that was favorable, but we're going to lose just as much. And we missed and they hit? Yeah, well, can't always get lucky. So this is fine. They don't have any... Oh, the French have cavalry. I'm going to move 1 infantry to Westphalia just in case there's ever a situation where one of them punches through and then the other one has a cavalry to charge on beyond it. So something like that. This is a non-combat. Okay, so Berlin, you get 20 of these bad boys. I need heavy artillery here. I should have maybe gotten an AA gun for Warsaw because they're bombing it, but it seems so minor, you know. 2 more heavy guns, at least a trench in here. Oh, I meant to move my stuff. I don't think there's any transports nearby. Oh, there is. Yikes. Well, could bring some 2-on-2s, but with we should be good. So more trenches, right? 1 here. I think that we keep just digging deep in Alsace and make it, like, almost impenetrable. I mean, I talked about building out the northern trench line, and I still think that's good. I'm immediately worried about Africa, which means I'm investing in it way more than it's worth. But by God, I'm going to take some allied troops down with me. Is that really enough? 6 infantry, and I guess I used field guns to take it. Are the French doing... I guess they have non-combats they can do in other places. Meanwhile, our friggin' allies are just failing on so many fronts to secure their own stuff. Okay, that wasn't so bad. They lost a lot of troops on the way in. I do need more... Ooh, look at that huge stack of French boys. If it wasn't for the fact that the Austrians are making some progress, I probably would have capitulated by now, to be honest. But they're doing quite well. I might push deeper into France to try and alleviate the pressure. But at the same time, we definitely need to keep hitting south. It's hard to say. Oh, they brought an army out to here. I mean, territory that's 8 units, a defense average of like 2, though the artillery gun's pretty good. And I have 8-ish units. I'm not convinced it's great, but we're going to try it. And we'll take a shot at this, because if we get a hit, at least it thins out the fleet for the Germans to pressure. Yeah, we're in trouble over here. I mean, here's the thing. What's the thing? If I don't think I can hold Galicia, why don't I just move my stack on top of the German stack? Right? And then all you guys move in as well. Now they definitely can't take Belarus, and if they take Galicia, we smash it with our German reinforcements, which are going that way anyway. Um, all of you attacking into there makes sense to me to thin out their herd and really kill and hurt them. And if it doesn't work, we'll have reinforcements. We can non-combat the rest of that stuff. You guys should press forward. There's very little to hold this back as well, so this should move forward. This one I'm less confident about. So that's a kill and a conquer. And then if there's nothing that they can hit me back with, I should be safe to move some of the artillery and men to Marseille, which can just technically hit a little bit more. So I think it's better to have it there. The real question is whether or not I should be using planes here or planes down in Tuscany. Because if we go down to Latinum, well, let's see. Think of these all as ones. Think of these all as threes. And these as threes if I send these. So this is 2.5 hits, and that's another hit. I think we want to kill this as hard as possible because they can come back at us pretty heavily. So these reinforcements will go here. One of these planes will go to there. And these 5 men will keep marching. Sadly, we have like an infantry deficit. So instead of Piedmont de Marseille, I will send at least 1 infantry here. Yeah, the Italians can't keep up with our output into their lands, so they should struggle here. This we're all going to non-combat once we know how this battle goes, which I don't think it's going to go well, but something's got to give, right? It's going to be us or them. I don't think I need trenches this round. I'm pretty offensive everywhere. So let's start by thinking about something like this, 20 men and 8 artilleries. This would be a pretty good time, actually, to get another plane in the cycle. Not sure where, but somewhere. And then 1 fewer artillery piece for 2 more men. We're going a little bit man-heavy here, but gotta know. So, Rhône, we did hit on our 5. Central Sea, we're going to take our shot with a sub. We missed and died. In southern France, they did get a hit on us, which is too bad, but we're in the spot. Albania, this is the big one. They took 2 casualties, we took 3. We take it on our cavalry. I'm not convinced this is good. We're rolling 2 2s and a hit, so 1 and 4, and then they've got 1, 2, and more. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, we're going to retreat. Which means that they could take here. Latinum. Oh, they only got 1 hit on us there? Well, that was really bad for them. Good thing I think it's because we sent the extra planes. But this is well defended now. That's hard for them to take. So we don't want them to take Serbia. So we're basically going to shove a bunch of men into it. I could send people to Croatia. And I will with at least one artillery gun. In fact, the one in Bulgaria I will send to here. Because that way, if they attack Montenegro, we can send stuff. You guys don't actually need to move anywhere, because I don't want to move you into Galicia if it's going to die. Next turn, we have lots. And all this stuff I've already moved. There is a French convoy. So, I'm going to send a little bit of extra stuff to go support that. Okay. Yeah, they could attack our whole coastline with these ships now. Oh, God. Oh, keep moving. I think keeping the plane in Piedmont makes sense to me. So, done. Marseille and Piedmont both seem like they just need infantry. Got a lot of artillery nearby. Vienna has lots of opportunity for stuff. And I'm pushing to keep. Planes. 1, 2, 3. So planes could be immediately useful into Serbia here. So the plane, and artillery, and 2 men. Hungary gets a bunch. Trieste gets the rest. Because that way they can't easily invade me anywhere. Good stuff. Thank you, Austria, for keeping the dial moving forward. And maybe our Turkish allies will finally figure their stuff out and, you know, conquer their own territory back. Though with the British invading, I try to give them less of a hard time. And they are still pressuring the Russians, so that must help. Though I'm not happy with the Russian purchases. They need some more that can shoot. But maybe I'm crazy. Maybe conscripts with field guns are like the most optimal thing. I can't tell. You better hold this. Look at your like artillery. It's heavy artillery that's good, but it's in a position where it could just be slaughtered by cheap units. Hey, at least you killed 2 of them. So $1, $2, like these are all $1 or $2 provinces, and like now they're getting 6 units a turn. Uh-oh. Come on, overcommit. Send the extra artillery. Do it. Didn't do it. And what about all this stuff? I wonder if it's going to leave or stay. Either way, it's pretty wild. Purchasing units. This takes a long time in this version, but I mean, it's fair. Looks like they're winning. Yeah. That looks like one of the first, like, straight up positive turns. Though I think this is 7 Bedouins. And that's not good for them. Thank God they're getting reinforcements, but yikes. Poor friggin' Europe has just so much. Did they just take over? Oh, they're attacking me in Hanover, which I can counterattack because I've got plenty of infantry right there, but yeah, it sucks. Again, their heavy artillery is just unsupported. They got a lot of it, though, which makes me happy. They also have a lot of field guns, which I'm like, not really sold on. I'm really curious as to what the Adriatic fleet does. Hey, we killed 2 things. Twice. I mean, I'm sad they got a foothold in Hanover, but 4 men for their 4 men. Plus we get to kill this stuff in just a quick swipe. Yeah, we have issues in other places. Germany starts at 100, they're up to 120. Austria starts at 80, they're up to 100. Turkey started at, I thought 40, but maybe they were a 60 and now they're down to 53. Well, they've gained a decent chunk of the neutrals. Either way, we're on equal, and then Britain collects, so then they're up 100 on us. Yeah, I guess they are up because they have so many neutral territories that are now being taken back by the Russians. Please tell me that this stack is going to take their factory out here, and then, you know, the communists are finally going to have productive gains. They have a lot of British coming across, though, in their defense. Though the British haven't had a chance to slow them down, but they better speed up. Okay, they're using their blimps in offensive support. They did take Galicia with just a little bit, and then they hid their army down there. I wonder, I bet you we need to chase them with our German army. Because if they smash into Romania, they could outflank us with the Austrians. Yes! Yes! Communists! I mean, I think they should attack more places like this. Well, they're afraid of the counterattack. But still, if you stubbed all of this into here, and then they wanted to pressure your capital, you could just come back up at them. Oh, they have 10 field guns. Jeez, yeah. The 10 field guns. But hey, they've got another factory. That's huge. It's less huge because this is like, you know, a 20 value factory. But this is huge because it prevents the enemy from reinforcing the Far East. And now they're going to have to stream across. The Americans are growing because they want all of Mexico. I'm just going to pretend that these are diplomatic efforts. You know, they're bringing Mexico into the fold, one state at a time. Panama Canal. Can you bring boats into Panama and then get through? I wonder. I don't think so. I don't know if the Panama Canal's been built, to be honest. I don't think it has been. Okay, they're boating around. Americans in Florida. Looks like they're gearing up to come cross-country at me. Either way, I hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers!